Everyone, we're going to talk about Valimai today. I watched this movie and we're going to talk about three good things, three bad things about this movie because this movie has both of them in equal parts. So let's start right out with the fact that the most amazing action you've ever seen in Indian cinema on Indian screens, one of the best ever, is in Valimai, and you have to watch Valimai for the sake of the action. Just amazing bike stunts, bike related action, chase sequences, and the way that it is captured and the way that it is written is what makes it so interesting and gripping to watch. I'm not personally a big fan of long action sequences, which is why I didn't enjoy Vivegam itself. But in Valimai, I was able to watch those action sequences at the edge of my seat and be very interested in understanding what happens next. And this is all thanks to the filmmaking, the writing of the action sequences, and of course the international level stunts themselves. So amazing, amazing stuff there. The second good thing about the movie is the entire first half is very interesting, racy, action-packed, thrilling, and everything you expect from Valimai based on the promotions, the trailer, and from an Ajith Kumar film. You will get all of that in the first half. A very, very, very well done setup about the crimes that are happening about the bike gang at the start of the movie, followed by establishing Ajith's character, and then the slow build up of how he's trying to track them down, how he's trying to chase them, and how him and the villain start facing off. This entire first half is one of the best Ajith Kumar first halves in the recent past. In the last 2-3 films, I think this is the best one. So it's very gripping, very international style Hollywood movie in the first half. So I really enjoyed that part of the movie. And the third great thing about the movie is the amazing performance as well as characterization of Huma Qureshi. There are some absolute massy moments there and they give you complete goosebumps, and you would not have expected this from a Bollywood actress in a Tamil movie, and also generally any actresses in movies to have such kind of a good role. It is very meaty, very well written, very fleshed out role that she could act, perform, and then deliver some of those mass sequences. I absolutely enjoyed her performance and screen presence along with Thalajit there on screen. So those to me are the three things why you should definitely go and check out Valimai for. The three bad things, however, all begin with the second half. In the second half, there is no more of the story. There is no more of the depiction of the thrill and the plot twists and turns that we saw in the first half, the ups and downs. All that just suddenly feels like it stops, and no more good story development and characters development and arc take place. It just becomes a bunch of long drawn emotional sequences, a bunch of songs, a bunch of action sequences again and again that just seem to tire the audiences out. And this is probably why they are cutting and trimming the film down by 14 minutes and redistributing the new copy of the film, because people started getting bored in the second half. And I agree that the second half does not have anything new compared to the first half to offer. So the second half is definitely long, slower, little drawn out, and weak. The second bad thing about the movie is the music. I did not personally enjoy the songs that were thrown in. They were not enjoyable, including the Thalaz. He doesn't like to be called Thala anymore. Including Ajith's introductory song. For me, that was not really great. It was not fun. It was not peppy. Not something like Yennai Arindal level of music. So I would have liked some better songs. It kind of helps entertain the audiences. The music and the background music left no real impact on me. The most important weakness of the movie is that overall as a film, it is still a pretty template film. There's a hero, there's a villain, there's obviously a gang that does bad stuff, a cop that wants to catch them, and a cat and mouse game, which we've seen millions of times. They did not go into any more detail than the surface level establishment of the story and the characters within. Kartikeya as the villain does not have any stakes, does generate any sort of emotion, nothing. He's just straight up the bad guy who does bad things, comes from somewhere, goes somewhere. There's nothing really that layers that character. And in today's world, especially with villains like so many that we've seen, the new age villains, whether it's in Minal Murli or Thanos, they all have some kind of a relatability, some kind of a connect with the audiences, where this kind of a villain against Ajith Kumar needed to have much more sort of gravity to him, and that was lacking. Similarly, the whole gang story and the whole cop action sequences, the cops politics and the police station stuff, all that is just seen before. So there was really no effort put into making a really good core storyline. They seem to have gone the typical template way of a cop and chasing the villain and ups and downs and all of that. It's just pretty regular. So I would have hoped that the story also helped elevate all the good parts of the movie that we mentioned. So overall, nothing much in terms of the story, but the presentation of the action sequences, the presentation of some characters like Huma, Qureshi, the presentation of the editing, the cinematography and the stylized action makes this a really good potential action thriller in the first half that somehow loses its way in the second half. So I'm going with 3 stars, which for me is just a very average star rating for any movie. 3 stars for Valimai because, of all the weight, the hype, the excitement around Ajith Kumar and his movies and Valimai itself, it is definitely something that gives you what you want, but then it also does not give you everything that you want. So 3 stars for Valimai. Let me know you guys' thoughts on Valimai in the comments below. Keep watching for much more. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, like, comment, share, and take care of yourselves.